We'll take roll call. Mr. Glonick.
Here.
Mr. Landwehr.
I am here.
Mrs. Olson. Here. Mrs. Sari.
Here.
Mr. Gramlin.
I am here.
Mr. Johnson.
Here.
And I am here. I'll please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The agenda was posted throughout the district according to the school board policy, published as a legal ad in the Telegram, posted on the district webpage, and sent to WNXR radio station for announcement. A meeting notice was sent to the connection also for publication. First item is approval for the September 12th, 2022 agenda, both open and executive sessions.
Move for approval.
I have a
Second.
motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Consent agenda. August 15th, 2022 is our regular board meeting minutes, which are of course enclosed in your packet. And so we'll move right into treasurer's report. Mr. Lamb.
30, the cookie is correct. It's on the record. Yeah. Well, it said here that we're gonna have the introduction. I thought I had a second. All right. The summary of the treasurer's report as of August 31, 2022, general fund. General account on August 31, 2022, there was a balance of $5,188,886.69 in cash and investments. Receipts since the 1st of September and not included in the August 31 balance were $138,281.75, and the disbursements from tonight's September 12th board meeting total $79,468.11. In the flexible spending account on August 31, 2022, there was a balance of $29,398.19 in cash and investments. In the health reimbursement account on August 31, 2022, there was a balance of $3,326.57 in cash and investments. And in the debt service fund on August 31, 2022, there was a balance of $673.36 in cash and investments. And a more detailed report on fund activity is included for your review in the financial statements.
Okay, and I guess I will go ahead and introduce the reps. We still have one missing, but we can go ahead and do that anyway. So if everyone could please welcome Mark, right, Jarman, and his cohort is Katie Kyle, co-partner in crime, colleague. So do you know if she's gonna make it later?
She's golfing a lot today.
Oh, okay, I figured it might be a sports activity, so we will go ahead then and have you at the end, we'll reintroduce you, and then if you have anything you wanna say, you can, okay, about what's going on. Okay, thank you. All right, then we'll move right into payment of invoices. Those are also in your packet, and so we will go to resignations, employment, and then also leave of absence. If you wanna cover all that.
Kristen Olson, part-time food service assistant at Iron River Elementary for a resignation. Another resignation, Sean Lavin, part-time afternoon evening custodian at Iron River Elementary. Recommending employment for Rhonda Graff, part-time 0.23% art teacher at Iron River Elementary School. Christy Essen, part-time 3 hours per day food service assistant at Northwestern High School. April Barnard, part-time 4 hours per day food service assistant at Northwestern High School. Christina Collins, part-time 3 hours per day food service assistant at Northwestern Elementary School. Patrick Carlson, part-time 5 hours per day afternoon evening custodian at Northwestern Elementary School. And Catherine Williams, district reading coordinator, is requesting a leave of absence as of December 17th, 2022 through the end of the school year, June 6th, 2022. That would be all.
Okay.
Can I ask a question? On that leave of absence, in the event something happens and that has to change, how does that work? Because if we make an approval for that based on the December 17th, but it
And
has to
something
be-
happens earlier, she just needs to go.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay. I just want to make sure that she's
Correct,
not.
she's, no,
There's
never.
not And I wouldn't expect there, I just want to make sure
Yeah,
that.
And in fact, this never would even come before you if it were a semester or under. You've given me the authority for leave of absences that fall within
That's
guidelines that I would be allowed to do that, but this is more than a semester.
Yep,
So
okay.
it has to come to you.
All right.
Okay, go ahead.
I have a question on the, on the graph.
Yes,
Has separated the allotted time? according
Yes,
to the
she has.
ETF?
correct.
Okay, correct. That's, I'm concerned, I'm sure.
Yeah, it was right at her last day, it was like right before school started, the summer school open house. So yes, she is now back, able to be back.
Anybody else? Okay, if we're good, then I just need a motion.
I make a motion to approve the hires and whatever,
The consent
employment.
agenda.
Yeah.
Thank you. Second? I second. Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, approval items, resolution authorizing the issuance and establishing parameters for a temporary borrowing in an amount not to exceed $3 million pursuant to section 67.12 sub 8A1 Wisconsin statutes.
So this is an annual borrowing that we have to do to basically, we have fairly fixed costs and our revenues coming in from the state are not as fixed. So this borrowing allows us to make sure we can pay our bills when the revenues are light. It's short term, it's 1 year and we pay it back on an annual basis, but we've had to do this type of borrowing for a number of years. How many consecutive, I don't even know.
It's since I've
As
been
long
in
as I
this
can
position.
remember.
Yeah, many
Well,
years.
Well, the tax collections don't come.
Yes,
No,
essentially the
that's
revenues that we have to run our district don't come consistently as the bills come in our district, is what it boils down to. So this money allows us to handle the peaks and valleys of our spending to keep us going every day, is what it boils down to.
Has the interest rate gone up with them as well?
I would assume so, yes. We can anticipate an increased interest rate. What it is, I don't know.
Okay.
We will work with our borrowing consultants to try to get the best rate that we possibly can, but I would
Great.
assume that it's gonna be more than what we paid last year.
Mhm.
You know what we ended up borrowing last year, so I want to say it was $3 million bucks.
2,480,000. So
Yeah.
I would anticipate it's in that ballpark range even this year. The exact number, we'll work with the bonding attorney to help figure that out.
They won't let us borrow more than we're allowed.
Yeah.
What was that, Steve?
They won't let us borrow more than we're allowed. The whole safe harbor,
Right.
that's all fixed
Mhm.
through the attorneys.
Any other discussion?
Is it October we find out if we get it then?
Yes.
Yeah.
There's no chance they'll be forgiven, right?
None.
Unless you know some rich
Yeah.
contributor or donation
Right.
or something.
I'll do my best, but I know.
Yeah, that'd be great, yeah.
Okay, need a motion?
Motion to approve the resolution for borrowing.
I'll second that.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor say
So,
aye.
nope, it's money.
Yep.
Oh, okay, we'll do a roll call vote. Mr. Glonick,
Yes.
Mr. Landwehr.
Yeah.
Mrs. Olson. Yes. Mrs. Sari.
Yes.
Mr. Gramlin.
Yes.
Mr. Johnson.
Yes.
And I also say yes. Motion passes. Okay, next item is the individual building emergency management plans, which you have the packets, so you have them all in our packet. So, is there anything that you needed to add on them?
Names. Updated.
Any discussion or any questions? If not, we need a motion. Make a motion, we approve the emergency management plans for district-wide.
I'll second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. All right, moving into the administrative report. Communications received, Dr. Crony?
Yes, this is coming from the family of Howard Prell. Dear school board members and Dr. Crony, what a wonderful show of respect for all the years Howard spent with the school district, starting as a teacher and then in various administrative positions. He was proud to be associated with the district to see all the improvements in education over the years. So naturally, your gift is being donated back to the school district. Thank you so very much, Ann Prell. Gratefully acknowledging and thanking you for your kind expression of sympathy, the family of Howard Prell. Next is a thank you note from Eric and Tim Kaufman, the Maple School District office staff and board. Thank you for your thoughtful gift of money and card. We are thankful for our Maple family who will use the money for celebration of life costs. Okay, we have other communications. The Heart of the North Athletic Pass to be used at conference athletic events. An article from the Superior Telegram, Afternoon Lights, paved way for safer student travel. Article from the Wisconsin Public Radio, school staffing crunch prompts rural districts to make cuts and shuffle staff, survey shows, and the WIAA Bulletin, issue 1, August 2022.
Okay, thank you. Budget hearing annual meeting, that's going to be Monday, just a reminder, September 26th, 2022 at 7 p.m. Did we need anything more on that, or was it just a reminder
Just a
of that,
reminder of
that's what
those
we have
who
coming up?
Need to attend.
Okay. So next then is the Fall Region 1 meeting, Tuesday, October 11th at the Best Western Hotel, Chequamegon, Ashland.
Critical to let Peggy know. If you're gonna be able to.
So the one that we were reading that was canceled, that's the September.
Right,
29th.
September 29th.
Okay, so the October 11th is
That's a
still on.
go. That's a go.
You need to know tonight if we're,
I'd like to because I'd like to get registered.
okay. All right. Any donations?
We do not have.
Skip the
Oh,
maintenance report.
Oh, yes, up.
Yep.
Oh my God, I got you guys. Keep me on my toes. Maintenance report.
You guys have it in your packet there, some annual inspections with basically our fire safety, our sprinklers, our fire alarms, our fire extinguishers are the big topic of conversation, and then just some general repairs that need to happen throughout the year. That's what I have, so.
I've had some comments, positive comments on the sign on highway there.
It's a nice looking sign. They got it for the donation, so it's all working now.
Huge donation. That was part of the $100,000 donation from Ron Mackey,
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay.
as well as the storage building that's being built to the south of the football complex. They're breaking ground and leveling things and then getting concrete poured.
So we should hopefully have concrete here in about a week, so our students can build that structure.
Yes.
So,
Well, I like the sign because the visible thing, someone donated a lot of money, the visible thing that a lot of people can see and appreciate. And
It's actually been asked for a few years.
Yes, we could never afford it without a donation.
That's right.
What is the policy of what can be put on the board? Is something we written up for?
Well, that would be
Who's deciding? Somebody calls.
the
Controlling
athletic activities, because it has to go for, bulk of it should go for athletics, because that's what the donation was part of. However, things like welcome to the summer school open house, that's a given. Concerts, of course, those are important. I don't think outside agencies get to use the sign. I don't believe that's part of it. That's a good question.
So if something was like a dinner at the school, that could be put on there?
Maybe that's something that we should have,
You mean non-school related?
Yeah, but it's.
if all the proceeds are going towards the kids, I don't see why that shouldn't
Like
fit.
the beef association,
Yeah.
spaghetti dinner they have every
Right.
year.
It's held
I
at
mean,
the
it'd be good, it's informing people.
Right.
Seems to me it should be just whatever's at the school, happening at the school. Because it's all,
It's all part
the
of it.
taxpayers own the whole place anyways.
But I'm trying to be true to the donation. That's where I love donation.
And I think if you ask the person that donated, I can't imagine that they would say anything different, but we could.
And I'm assuming,
probably, thank you, Sal, already probably
Oh,
gone out,
that-
but I mean, we'll
that-
just be sending another listing, all the things his money was spent on, so that.
It only goes to,
Oh, just those two?
Yeah.
Okay.
that's the sign, and the,
Track,
and
storage facility.
storage,
Storage for the track.
storage for the track, correct. That kind of-
But he knows that.
Oh, yes. Yep. But as far as asking for the other Mr. Carlson, if you could contact Brina, because I know she's in touch with him, just to ask if something like a spaghetti dinner that's being held, even though it's not school sponsored, but it's held at our school.
Correct, kids.
I would think that any messages on the sign should be reserved for school events. Because if, I mean, I'm just speaking, and
Right.
if I should, just let me know. But I think otherwise, if we do open that up, then it's gonna be very difficult for us to draw a line, between, if you wanna say what would be appropriate and what's inappropriate. So I guess it would be my thought that as a sign that says Northwestern High School, it should, any messages should be related directly to events going on at the high school. Because again, once we open it up to just, community type things, how do we say no to something maybe we don't want to put up? Why would we make that judgment? So,
Right.
I guess if I have any say on it, it would be to reserve anything on there that would be school related. For it. So I mean, again, keeping in spirit with what the terms of donation was.
Right, in terms of the donation was for high school athletics. That's,
But we certainly would want to put concerts on there,
Yeah.
parent-teacher conferences, but again, anything that is directly related to
high school.
school events. But we can certainly look into it.
Because I certainly don't want to offend the gift giver, because there's more to come, what I learned today.
You wouldn't be against spaghetti, I'm sure. You would have done that.
The reason I asked is because something was already denied that was supposed to be. I was surprised, that's why.
Okay.
I don't know if something should be written up, I don't know.
Yeah, so,
It seems to me we should at least ask him if, in the spirit of giving, when you give a donation, you really leave it up to the acceptor of the donation to make those calls.
he
And I don't-
did not. He said very clearly what the athletics are what really.
And he knew that it was a
I
sign
know who he
at that time?
No, he knew it was going to be for student athletics. 90% of what goes on there is athletics. So I hope
I
we're
thought
not
it said,
stretching.
use the money within that realm as you see fit. I thought it was something. You know what I mean?
We
Use
don't
it
have
with
Mr. Smith with us. Do you recall exactly what the wording was?
I mean, I don't think he wants to micromanage what we put on the sign.
No, I don't think so.
You know what I just think there's things that are gonna come up that, yeah.
And that's why defining it and getting it defined ahead of time, I agree with you. And we'll see if we can't bring you something next month that we've vetted
Like,
through.
would that include youth program, youth wrestling?
That's what I'm saying.
This weekend, would that be?
I don't-
That's what
Because you're saying like the youth wrestling isn't school function, it's like the wrestling,
It's like a
that's what you're
club.
saying is that it's like a club,
Yeah.
okay,
But we're having a wrestling meet here, so can you put that on?
I see,
Yeah.
gotcha,
Yeah.
okay,
Trying to get it clarified.
yeah.
All right.
All right, then we're gonna move into donations.
Bill Benson of Superior Paintball donated 70 masks that were used in our Alice training during the staff development time before school started. The training was held for all new employees hired after 2018, as well as new hirees from Solon Springs. We ended up training about 110, as well as for any staff that wanted refresher. And we appreciated that donation. We couldn't have had so much participation without it.
Okay, thank you. WASB correspondence and legislative update, Mrs. Olson?
Only thing new, Governor Evers and Superintendent Underly announced shared K-12 priorities for the 2023-25 budget. The state's $5 billion surplus allows for increased investments in K-12 education without increasing property taxes. Governor Evers announced a $90 million investment into K-12 education, including $15 million for the Get Kids Ahead initiative to provide mental health services in K-12 schools, and $75 million designed to give districts flexibility to meet staffing needs, keep classroom sizes small, and provide other district classroom support. It was also noted that it's important to note that these are one-time funds.
Mrs. Olson. CISA 12, Mr. Blunt.
Yeah, must be an election year. The CISA 12 is just the September 29th thing is canceled, which we know. I don't know when they're gonna do that again or if they are.
I hope they will.
I'll try to call them today, and that's all I have for that.
Okay, thank you. We have reports from the Northwestern High School, the Northwestern Athletics and Activities, the middle school, the elementary, Northwestern Elementary and Iron River Elementary Schools, as well as special education in our packets. And then we will now hear from our student rep, Mark, regarding what's going on in the high school.
Mostly we have sports happening so far. So with football, currently the team's 4-0 with a win over St. Croix Falls last Friday, who is likely going to be our toughest opponent. We are currently ranked 4th in Division 4 with plenty of 60 athletes participating and 70 involved in the program. Homecoming is going to be October 7th, and then varsity will play in Cameron on this coming Friday. Cross country. Boys and girls have both taken first in their first 2 meets, and then the boys took second and the girls took third at our meet in Pattison Park this last week, and we will race in Rice Lake tomorrow. Golf. We've had significant improvements on the team, beating a lot of other good teams. They're playing in Luck today, which is why Katie is not here. They'll be playing Chautauqua at home on Thursday. Reese Smith and Katie Kyle are in the top 10 in the conference. Volleyball beat Superior, and they currently have a winning record, having won more games than that were won all of last year. They play a game tomorrow and Thursday, both of them at home. Cheer is up and running, and they've been excited and cheering on our fan section during football games. Drama has started. Today was their first rehearsal, I think. October 5th is their first competition, and they're choosing their script, and auditions are this week.
Thank you. Just so you know too, we are speaking here to the Brule 5-mile outright champion.
Hey. Put that on the sign up there.
Yes.
That would fit. That would fit.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, next we have the comments from the audience. The comments from the public agenda item is not the forum for school district and Maple personnel concerns. The public needs to refrain from the use of names or specific positions when used in a negative manner. If you have concerns that involve personnel or staff members, please contact the building principal or the superintendent. Do you have any comments from the audience? Quiet, I will say no. So next will be consideration to an executive session necessary for those items exempted under open sessions according to Wisconsin State Statutes 19.85 sub 1A FC. Included under this item is a request to review an expulsion order and revise the eligibility to return clause and contract strategies for a new superintendent search. I need a motion. Go into executive
I'll make a
session.
motion. I'll go into executive.
Second.
A second, and I need to do a roll call. So let's start, I'd like to keep it the same order. So Mr. Blahnik,
Yes.
Mr. Landwehr,
Yep.
Mrs. Olson,
Yes.
Mrs. Sari,
Yes.
Mr. Brandling.
Yep.
Mr. Johnson,
Yes.
and I also vote yes. So motion carries. And now I need a motion for adjournment.
Motion to adjourn, open session.
Second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, everyone.